Hey everybody, this is Justin Case from American Newscape, joining our friend and the original American mentor, Jerry Maldonado, to kick off this new series, American Mentoring. Hello, Jerry. Welcome to American Newscape.
Oh man, it's good to talk to you, Kurt. How are you, man? How's everything?
Well, good, Jerry. Things are good. And to tell the audience, Jerry and I go way, way, way back. I mean, lots of years. Jerry's always been a mentor to me. He's always been a person that tended to say the right things when I needed to hear it. And for that, I appreciate Jerry. And I think the audience will appreciate him too.
Um, all I can say is you gave me the chance in many moons ago to show my work on a mass scale through your websites and everything else. And for us to reconnect is friggin' awesome because in that decade of evolving, I can tell you wholeheartedly that it changed me. And to come back here and reconnect with you on with more technology now. Remember that 10 years ago? All we had
Yes.
was basically writing. We didn't have the video like we have now. And it's awesome. We can, on a mass scale, we can use it now on amazing scales now.
Well, I agree with you, Jerry, because people get to know who we are, and I think that friendship will come through to them. And one thing I would wish for all of them is to have a friend, a confidant, a mentor that is as valuable to them as you have proven to be to me. So,
You know, there's two people in this world besides my family, that I respect most. It's you and Tucker Carlson. And way back when I first started writing, even before my book even came out many, many, many moons ago, it's you who started the process, which gave me a name that Tucker Carlson picked up later on for his own website back then. And so much love to you and to all you've given me. And hopefully, what I've learned over the past couple of decades and actually helped you in the process with the few words that I've written evolves others. It helps them to be a better self because sometimes you have to go through the fire and you got to go through it a couple, three times to learn how to not get burned. And this process over the past 2 decades has taught me so much. And I use it now every day with my Facebook Lives, through my words and my quotes. And people like you are constantly giving guys like us a chance, and we collaborate in the most amazing ways.
well, Jerry, one thing that we have in common is when we grew up, nobody ever told us to toughen up Buttercup because we either toughened up or perished.
So yeah.
So we're,
People, I don't mean to interrupt, but
no,
you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. When we didn't have, well, we had a library and index cards, man. We had to go, we had to go physically search it out. Now the technology, you can search anything right now and instantaneously be changed in your thought process. And you guys, the kids nowadays are so lucky. I mean, we had to do it the hard way. We had to go through the fire and go through the fire and go through the fire. And now you have information at your fingertips. You have the world there. You can learn anything, man. You don't have to get stuck in this world of lack anymore. You can enrich your mind. And I applaud the internet for that, on that part. The few things when it comes to that, man. So go ahead, Kurt.
well, it's we were marched in the library in second grade, and they said we're going to teach you something, and it's called the Dewey Decimal System. And for those that remember the Statler brothers, when they were going, do we remember who? I think they were really channeling the Dewey Decimal System, and they were thinking about all that fun time going through, with that Dewey Decimal System, we could go into the library and cross-reference subjects, authors, titles. It was amazing. And that was a skill.
It,
And
Oh, indeed, indeed, but like now, like I said, information is it's everywhere. It's
yes.
everywhere. We're not limited anymore. It's so convenient now. It's like 10 degrees and it's snowing where I am right now. Back then, we had to leave to go to the library. Now we just pick up our phone or go to our desktop, and we can learn anything we want, literally, like I said, instantaneously. The conveniences that we have right now to enrich ourselves are there, but the main thing and what jacks me every single day is sharing that information on a mass scale and being a messenger of good And people like you who feature me and other people, I'm totally grateful for that, man.
Well, it's right. At least, there's enough. We've been around the block enough to realize that we're grateful for what we have.
Yeah.
And
Oh
one
yeah.
thing people won't catch us doing is complaining publicly.
Oh my God. Yeah. We learned that our words create and thoughts become things. It's not the wisdom that that we get, it's how we use the wisdom. And people who are deep thinkers like you and myself and probably millions of other people realize words are energy, and to watch your words and to be grateful for the little things in life, because from that you can manifest kind of whatever you want by living in that vibration every single day.
Well, exactly. And, I would challenge people, if you feel superior to anybody, buy them a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Now,
Gratitude, man.
I,
Absolutely.
I won't be buying anybody a cup of coffee because I really don't feel superior to anybody.
We're all
I'm
the
not,
same.
not I'm,
We're all the same.
we're not, we don't feel entitled. We're just out there doing it. And, a lot of it is we don't know what you're banging, Jerry, but he's probably cleaning his pipe. But,
You got Go ahead, Kurt. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but go ahead. You were on a delay. Go ahead.
no, it's just that, one thing I would suggest to people is be gracious and be grateful. And that the old cliche, the silver lining in every cloud. Well, there actually is, no matter what we're going through.
Oh God, yeah, and that brings up a great point, and I can thank you for that, man. And that this is you introduced me not intentionally but unintentionally to bring out the side of me I didn't realize I didn't have. You recall? I think it was 15 years ago. One Question News. Remember that?
Oh yeah,
And from that, I was introduced to the other side of the spectrum: the Ted Nugents, the Aaron Brockoviches, the Tony Robbins, on a personal level. And they're just like you and I. I
yes.
mean, I had the pleasure of interviewing these people. That's that list of people and then some, and come to realize that Jim Abbott's the one-armed baseball player, and they're just like you and I. And people have this thing, this complex that they're different. No, we're all the same. We manifest the same
Yeah.
because we all are the same people. There's nobody above us, below us. If you treat people in that same kind of respect, life rewards us. Life rewards you for that. You get rid of the jealousy, the envy, and everything else, because you can create what they have too. You can bring that to life, and by modeling those people that I had a chance to use and that you featured with One Question News, it showed me a different side of life that encouraged me to pursue what I wanted to do even more.
Well, and a testament to you goes, you go back to look at the remarkable talent you had to interest those people in, providing being interviewed by you, and you brought that out in them. It's too easy for us to look at these personas and put them on a pedestal, and they really don't deserve that pedestal.
You bring up a great point. This is for anybody out there who thinks that to have an acronym at the beginning of the or the back of your name means something in life. It doesn't. I'm a high school dropout. I had to edify myself, and this is what we were talking about at the beginning about the wise man speaketh. You can learn anything. You can become anything, and it doesn't mean the levels of school that you went to. It's you as a person, and that was the only hard part, was realizing, was getting rid of that part of life, because back then I had to help take care of a family. I had to take care of my family, and so don't let education define you. From what I've accomplished in life is just a beginning, and I'm not saying don't edify yourself. What I'm saying is do follow your dreams. Your dreams are most important. That's your best education, because that vibration of energy is gonna bring you where you want to go. And if you keep doing that every day, you're gonna learn what you need to learn. Does that make sense?
No, it does, and everybody they may question why they're here, but what Jerry and I are going to try to build here is we're going to try and build a weekly topic of something that we can delve into and give some viewpoints on and share some information with people. And it's not, we're not really mentors. We're just giving people a different perspective to look at things.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And it's a way of life that if you cloak yourself with yourself to learn more about yourself, you'll become a better self, and you'll start attracting better things in your life. And that's one of the things that I've learned as my testament to life itself. It's not just the gratitude. Now, of course, that those are attributes, but it's learning about who you are.
Well, exactly. And I promise everybody, if they can implement any of these things over the course of time, they will be happier. Happier. You'll actually be happier.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a testament, and I say that proudly, coming from a guy who did the motivation for a couple decades, and Kirk can attest to that on his end. I did the motivation, I did all the seminars, I did all these things. I said, wait a minute, but what I realized, I wasn't being myself. And until I made that choice to only be the best me in life and to follow what I really wanted in life, the opportunities came to me. And this is the energy draw that we have in life. And this is the scientific facts behind that I've been immersing myself in for years now. Because I was the guy who was doing the motivation and helping others and life coaching others. And here I am living in a motel for 10 years because I had lost everything, including my marriage. I had to get to the core source of the problem. And this is what people don't realize. Motivation is great. It's like drinking a Red Bull. You get that temporary high. But when you start transforming yourself, which is going to be a part of this show wholeheartedly, because that's where everything changes. When you start realizing who you are and realize your attributes and stop worrying about what's wrong with you and start believing what's right with you and amplifying that through whatever topics we come up with, whatever Kurt and I want to bring forth to you guys. Hopefully it inspires you in the most beautiful way.
Well, that is our goal. Well, Jerry, I think we've given them an introduction to what to expect.
God, yeah.
And I'm excited about this series, and because it's going to make me a better person.
It makes it, you know, if one word will change how you think, then the outside world is going to mold around that, because you're going to be sending off a different energy to push that forward in life. I do a show almost every day on Facebook Live. I'm not plugging myself, but transformation is a daily process, and it's you getting set with yourself and what you want to have in life and putting your 100% to that. You're going to manifest it, and we do it all the time. But the problem is we're immersing ourselves in the news and topics that only bring us down. This is what we're talking about as far as information. What America's Mentor is, what Kurt is, what we do is provide better information to people, saying, look, there's another side of life that you can live if you learn to listen to what you truly want and push that out every day.
Well, our goal is better information, but in reality, we're going to provide maybe a unique perspective.
Oh, indeed. It's a way of living that you'll never be, you're not denied if you give yourself 100% of yourself to yourself and then project that out every day. Okay. It's awesome, man.
All right. Very good. Hey, everybody. This has been Justin Case and Jerry Maldonado bringing you American Mentoring. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links to provide in this video's Read More. Today's the day to subscribe to this channel. Please check out American Mentoring Radio and Jerry Maldonado. Thank you.